Hi everybody, this is Brad from Instructor Gadget, and today we're going to talk about how to change the wallpaper on your iPhone. Your wallpaper settings will be located under the Settings button, which on my screen you can see in the very top left. It's a gray button with gears on it. On your screen it may be located somewhere else, but look for the Settings button and click into it. Inside, you're going to see a long list of different settings for your phone. But if you scroll down, one of them should be called Wallpaper. Locate the Wallpaper option, you can see it here on my screen, and click into it. Here you're going to see the two different screens that you can set a wallpaper for. One is the lock screen, you can see it on the left. This is what you see when you first open your phone and are going to type in your password. On the right, you can see the background for the interior of your phone when you have your apps open. And you have the option of using the same image for both, but you can also have different images for each of those screens depending on your preference. We're going to click on the Choose a New Wallpaper option at the top of the screen. And now we see a couple different options that we can choose from. On the left, you see Dynamic. These are images, we'll click in here to look, that are provided by Apple. And we can sample one. And what they mean by dynamic is that while mostly still, there's some subtle movement going on as the circles on the screen float in and out of focus. At the bottom of the screen, there's a cancel option or a set option if you decided this was the background you wanted to use. In my case, I'm going to hit cancel so we can look at some of our other choices. I'm going to go up to choose in the upper top left and click that to go back. And next to dynamic, you see stills. Clicking into stills, you see these are other images, again, for the most part provided by Apple. And unlike the dynamic images, these do not move at all. For example, if we wanted to take a look at one of these really pretty flowers, you might see something like this, and this is what the lock screen would look like. You will also see in between cancel and set, there's an option that says perspective zoom. Turning that on and off basically toggles a feature that when it is on has the background move slightly when you tilt the angle of your phone, and it gives it a slight 3D look, which is very subtle but kind of cool. I'm going to cancel out of here to look at one last option. I'm going to go to choose in the upper left, and below the options that are provided, you also see that photos you've taken can also be chosen from. So if you had photos of a family member or, some beautiful scenery you had taken a picture of, you could set that as well. I'm going to go back into stills for the purposes of this tutorial, and I'm going to go down and pick an option. Let's try this right here. And I'm going to click set on the bottom right. Now I'm being asked, do I want this to be the screen for the lock screen, the home screen, or both? And in my case, I'm going to set it for both. I'm going to go back to the desktop and see what that looks like. I think it looks pretty cool, but it's a little more colorful than I want in my phone, just my personal preference. So I'm going to go back to settings at the top left. I'm going to try something darker. I'm going to click set. I'm going to set it for both screens again. Many people like doing different images for the lock screen and the interior. It all comes down to preference. And going back to the main screen, I think that looks really nice. So I'm going to stick with that. And now I have set the wallpaper for my iPhone. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comment section below the video. I hope you have found this helpful, and this was Instructor Gadget. Thanks.